Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, how are you all doing?
Fine.
Okay.
Time pass.
Okay, so introducing myself again because I can see few new faces here. They might not know me. So my name is Aashika Jain, and personally, I am from as in on my personal front. I'm originally from Mumbai, your city, and then I got married and then moved to Bangalore, and I'm well settled here. Professionally, I am a content writer and also a soft skills trainer. So I train students basically on communication skills, soft skills, and how to go from campus to corporate. So all such kind of training. Okay, so we are going to start with today's topic now. Everyone's ready and excited?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But before moving into it, have you heard of this word emotional intelligence?
Yes. No.
Okay, how many of you all have heard of this word? Emotional intelligence. No? None?
Angela.
Okay. Not a problem. That's all right, even if you've not heard, because our main topic today is emotional intelligence. So before starting with that, we'll do a small activity, okay? So a fun activity in which what you have to do is the instructions are in the next slide. Saleh, can we have the instruction? Yeah. What you have to do is I will pick up 5 volunteers, okay? Or even you can just voluntarily come up to me and say that I want to participate. So to each volunteer, I will give 10 seconds, okay? In those 10 seconds, what you have to do is you have to express as many emotions as possible, only through facial and hand gestures, but no speaking, no listening, nothing. Okay. So, and also while you're switching over to the next emotion, you do not have to take a pause in between. Okay. So now who wants to volunteer first? Okay. So before you all come up to me, I'll give you a short demo so that you all know what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. So now I switch between my
dumb sharas. It is like dumb sharas.
like dumb sharas, but with emotion, not with movie name or filmy name or anything. Okay, so this is like a dumb sharas with a twist. Okay, so I'll go first, and looking at me, whosoever is interested can come up to me. Okay, so I'll switch between my emotions. You all have to guess after 10 seconds what all emotions I have expressed. Okay, I'll start. Are you all ready? Give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, okay, watch me carefully. Okay?
Surprised, excited,
Frightened.
Shy.
Okay, my 10 seconds are over. How many emotions did you
I can't
express?
see you.
so many, too many,
I can't see you.
more than 10.
I think. 6.
No,
Okay, can you all name the emotion?
happy, sad, surprised, excited,
Frightened.
Frightened,
Frightened.
shy, blush,
shy,
correct,
Surprise.
sad,
right, surprised. Nice. Okay, now who wants to do this? Who wants to do? Please, come on, it's fun.
Okay, let me try.
Mind you, school, right? And nobody would actually as volunteer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll volunteer.
Okay, perfect.
good.
So you have exact 10 minutes. Just take
10
like a
minutes.
couple of seconds. Sorry, 10 seconds. I'm so sorry. Just take couple of seconds to run through your mind what all emotions you want to depict. And when you're ready to go, we can. Done?
Done.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see. Come on. Shoot.
Okay, me? I start?
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay, your 10 seconds are up. Okay, what all emotions did she express?
surprise.
Happy,
Borrow.
happy,
Happy?
not happy.
Scared.
yeah, I did.
Pondering on something.
surprise, sad,
Surprise.
Pondering on something.
Excitement.
excited,
So, Auntie, now can you tell us what all emotions did you depict?
I tried sad and sleepy, surprise,
Sleepy.
happy. I had planned shyness, came in between, but I didn't do beautiful. I wanted to do beautiful that I couldn't. No,
That's
Thank
okay. That's okay. All right, a big round of applause to her.
Thank you.
Very good, Ravi Kala.
Thank you.
Okay, now who's going second? Jagriti
Andy.
Auntie, you want to go
Yeah.
second?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you're good to go?
yeah,
Okay, let's start.
Angry.
Can't see.
Can't see
Can't
Ravi
see.
Kala. No, don't share your screen.
Can't see.
Ah, now. Oh, Bob Ray.
Okay, 10 seconds up. Okay, what all emotions did she do?
Surprise.
Can't see.
angry, angry,
Surprise.
Angry.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Smile. Happy.
Happy. Okay, now Jagriti Auntie, would you like to tell us what were your emotions?
happy, happy, angry,
Uh,
shy,
Angry.
surprise,
Thinking.
sad, and excited.
Wow,
Oh,
very nice. See, some of us couldn't even guess two
yes.
of our
Very
emotions.
great
Only
surprise.
3.
Yes, only three actually. Yeah. Now, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were.
Volunteer, who would want to go? Okay, now let's do some different. You can dance, you can do whatever expression.
Uh-huh.
Who wants to go third now?
Not emotion.
Their
Sorry.
emotions on it.
Oh,
I'll go.
Come on, Jane.
I'll go.
Yeah, Jane.
Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
But I don't know what I have to do. I can't get it on my phone.
Oh,
Oh,
We
yeah.
can't
you're-
see Jane.
Huh?
quickly write it on a piece of paper what you all
We
want.
won't be able to see you, no?
no, we won't be able to see.
Oh,
Oh, correct. Not a problem. Anyone else want to try?
Because this phone's giving trouble.
Okay.
Not a problem. Meanwhile, anyone else wants to try? Come on, this is the last volunteer.
I'll
No,
give
but-
it a try.
Yeah, please. Okay, are you ready to go? Have you thought over? Okay, start. Okay, 10 seconds are up. It's a very challenging job here because even I was not able to guess even one.
One was lovey-dovey.
Yeah, one
Very, very pensive. Pensive.
And surprise. One big
Surprise,
surprise.
Shy.
Angry. Shyness.
Blushing.
Blush.
Shy.
Yes.
Shy
Yes.
and blushing. Yeah.
Blushing, yes.
Didn't go.
now I just
Angry.
what were your emotions?
Angriness wasn't.
Angry also. And the new bride look.
New bride.
Very nice, very challenging. To all volunteers, a big round of applause. Because trust me, it is not easy to show your emotions clearly to people very well, right? So that is why we are here. We are here to learn how to show your emotions first, how to understand your emotions, because until and unless you understand what you're going through, you will not be able to express to other people that what exactly are you feeling inside. Am I right? Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
How did you all find this activity? Did you notice the pattern?
It's slow, but sometimes you have to put on. You have to act it even if you don't want.
Okay. So, what I'm talking here is that, we all express the common emotions that we feel on a day-to-day basis, like, happy, sad, excited, shy, blush. These are the very common expressions or emotions that we feel each and every day from time to time, in morning, in day, in night, every time. But did you know that there are 3,000 words? I repeat, there are 3,000 words in English thesaurus that describes various things. So, for example, happy and excited. Categorize that happy. Okay, I'm happy. But
My voice is cracking.
Cracking. Our
Voice
is
is cracking.
No, it's okay.
it's fine.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
No proper voice.
Go ahead.
Oh. All right. From this 3,000 words, there are 1,051 words that describe positive emotions. Okay, and 2,086 words, that is twice as double as the positive ones, they describe negative emotions.
My God.
Exactly. So that's the stats. So can you imagine that we as humans, we made so many words to describe an unpleasant emotion, but that is how it is in reality also, right? Sometimes we go through some emotional stuff, like for example, some sad stuff. So we tend to focus more on that sad stuff and unpleasant things. We avoid whatever we are blessed with or whatever we are grateful for. We completely avoid that part. So for example, take the COVID situation as well. The all over news channels are also showcasing that, so many people have died, so many cases, second variant is, just on a spike. But there are so many recoveries too. Why aren't we seeing that figure that out of one, for example, for 10 cases, there are, 6 people who are recovering well. And thanks to our medical system, whereas people are just blaming that medical system has fallen, it has crashed, doctors are not paying attention. But no, that's not the truth. Doctors are working day in and out, right? So that's what I mean that, we do not focus on the positive side. We tend to focus only on the negative side of the emotions. Thus, in a pandemic situation also, because this is a pandemic situation, we cannot really help. So why not, we tend to focus or stress about it that, pandemic is not getting over, we are stuck at home. But let's look at the bright side. Have we ever got so much time with family that we are getting it now? Correct. We are spending so much time with our family. We are, eating healthy, focusing more on our health, because everybody knows it's a immunity game. We have to stay fit. We have to stay strong. So something positive, even out of a pandemic, right? So that's emotion. But, so focusing on right emotions and take charge of becomes extremely important. So what I feel, according to me, that life is an emotional experience. The quality of our emotions will ultimately determines the quality of life. Do you all agree with this statement? Do you all agree that the quality, what we feel within, what we show out, will ultimately determine the quality of our life? If you
Yes,
feel
Yes.
happy, that's our
100% true.
correct. If you want to stay happy, our life will be happy. If we decide to. Correct. So
Correct.
key problem most of us is that sometimes we do not know how we feel, or um for example, we are not able to give a name to a particular emotion. Sometimes we are not in a quirky self or happy self, but there's no reason to be sad too. We are just in that, blah. Someone just says, how are you feeling? Don't we all say, oh, I'm feeling too blah today? But what is that blah? What is that emotion? Blah is not an emotion. We are certainly feeling something, but we do not know what we are feeling. हमें कुछ तो महसूस हो रहा है अंदर, but समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है कि वो चीज क्या है. Or on the other side, there are so many times that we have experienced multiple emotions. For example, when we got married, right? Multiple emotions. We are excited, we are scared, we are uncertain, we don't know what's going to happen. We know that life is going to change, but how, what mold it's going to take, what U-turn it's going to take, absolutely blank. But these are all emotions that we are, feeling inside. Hence, this is the exact place where we need to become emotionally intelligent and emotionally aware of what we are feeling inside. Are you all with me? Are you all getting? So, emotional
Yes.
intelligence is thus, Saleh, can you open the presentation again? Yeah. Emotional intelligence is thus recognizing, understanding, and managing our own emotions first. And second, recognizing, understanding, and hence influencing the emotions of others. Okay, so for this, let me give you a small day-to-day example. For example, you go to the office and your boss shouts at you for no reason. Okay, you don't know what's your reason. Maybe someone else has made a mistake for which you are shouted at. You are being held accountable for it. Will you take it? No, right? Because हमने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं यार, हमें क्यों डांट मिल रही है? But at the end, you cannot go and argue with your boss. आप एक हद तक उन्हें justify या explain कर सकते हैं कि ये मेरी गलती नहीं है, किसी और की है. But then, boss is boss. You cannot do anything, right? So what happens? Your boss shouts at you. You don't know how to react to it. Hence, that frustration is, lingering on your head. Uska frustration आपके सर पे आ गया है. Then you go back home. Okay, you go back home to your wife or to your husband who has had a whole day at work, or stressed out day at work. He comes or she comes, she prepares a good meal for you, and then by mistake she forgets to put salt in it. तो वो जो हस्बैंड का फ्रस्ट्रेशन है वो किस पे उतरता है? वाइफ पे, कि तुमने नमक नहीं डाला, ये खाना बनाना नहीं आता, ये नहीं आता, वो नहीं आता. Again, what is the fault of the wife? She's just by mistake forgotten to put salt in the vegetable or whatever. Correct. Now, the wife in turn, she takes that frustration on her head, and then she goes and then she shouts at her kids, saying that ये homework अच्छे से नहीं किया है, पढ़ाई अच्छे से नहीं होती है तुमसे, ये नहीं होता है, वो नहीं होता है. Now, kid being a kid, उसे how will a kid react to it, right? So a kid will then go and he'll sleep off, crying, and he'll go and sleep off. Now again, now do you see the chain? From boss's frustration to husband's frustration to wife's frustration to kid. So that's like a chain. Your emotions are transferable. Correct. So that is why there is this famous quote by Aristotle, who is a Greek philosopher. Sally, could you change the slide? The previous one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this one. So what he quotes is, anybody can become angry. That is easy. But to be angry with the right person to the right degree at the right time for the right purpose and in the right way, this is not easy. Do you all get it?
Yes, correct.
So happy? अगर
Yes,
वो बॉस ने
very good.
लिया होता कि ये गुस्सा करना जायज नहीं है, उसने वो गुस्सा अपने पास ही रख लिया होता, would the other 4 people have been affected? Would the chain have, become a chain in the end? No, right? That is why it is important that you first understand your emotion, take charge of it, and accordingly act upon it. Because आपके इमोशन से सिर्फ आप ही नहीं जुड़े हैं, आपके आजू बाजू वाले भी जुड़े हैं आपके साथ. Correct? And also sometimes people say that, I am a very practical person and I'm not an emotional person. Have you heard people saying that? Have you
Yes.
heard?
Yes, yes.
And to some reason they take pride in saying, I am a very practical person and I'm not emotional person.
Hmm.
To be very honest, I don't agree to this as
Not
and
at all.
something to be proud of. Emotional person, okay. There's nothing wrong to it, right? So happens is, no one is extremely practical, no one is extremely emotional. It's just that emotions are built in us naturally since birth. Okay? It's just that some people are more sensitive towards emotions. वो बस emotions पे थोड़ा ज़्यादा ध्यान देते हैं बजाय being practical. Has it so happened when it comes to our kids, don't we feel very emotional rather than being practical with them? Happens. But when it comes to work, do we, act emotionally or practically? Right. So there's a balance. We should know how to strike a balance there. Correct. So that is why, this is called being emotionally intelligent. That is the ability to understand, use, and manage your emotions in a positive way. Correct? This is how you should, you should be able to first understand your emotions and then accordingly do that. Because sometimes what happens is your, one side of your brain is thinking side and one side is a feeling side. Okay, do we all agree? We have a thinking mind and an emotional mind. We think from one part and we feel from one part. Thus, sometimes it is important that we give emotions a little edge over the practical part. But the other side, it's important that we give practical part an edge above the emotional part. But that we should know how to balance it both. Correct. And once you have achieved that state, you will be emotionally intelligent. Okay. So now this was one example that I have given you for the emotional intelligence. So the chain of transferable emotions. Has it so happened? Would you like to quote me an example that आपके साथ में कभी कुछ ऐसा हुआ है कि आपको बाद में रिग्रेट हुआ, वो मुझे ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था पर ये हो गया, I couldn't take control of my emotion. हुआ है आप लोग के साथ कभी कुछ ऐसा? Anyone would like to narrate the story? Anyone would like to? Smallest of the story or smallest of an example. Not even with a vegetable vendor or with your kid.
I'll tell you something I did this morning.
Yes, please.
This morning I was going out. As I was going out, somebody called up to say, I was going to the bank, and somebody called up to say, I'm coming in now within 10 minutes. I was upset. My schedule was upset. Everything was this thing. The person who came had not informed me earlier. That was irritating me. Plus he came and he wasted so much of my time. And then when I went there, I was standing there and none of those fellows came forward to meet me or ask me, what shall I do for you? Finally, I had to look at somebody. I was all irritated. And then I had to look at someone and say, otherwise I would have smiled and said, but today I didn't feel like it. I said, anybody prepared to listen to me rather than being polite about it? And finally the fun fellow came and said something. And then he told me, you do this. I said, oh, thank you very much. And I said, I'm saying that sarcastically. I wouldn't have gone that far at all. But today I did. Just because it had upset everything that I wanted to do.
Correct. Again, this is
I
like
wanted to reach back in time for this one. So that was another thing.
So now you see, this is like a chain. Your emotions, like somebody else's emotion can also affect you. And likewise, your emotion can also affect somebody else. Right?
It happens with the positive emotion also, no?
Positive also. If you're happy, you get happiness all around. Absolutely right. So which should we focus more on? Which emotion, positive, negative, which emotion should we focus more on?
Positive.
Positive, logically, yes.
Positive.
Of course, but it's very difficult. But ठीक है, मुश्किल काम करने में ही मजा आता है. Correct?
It may take time. It will take time, but it will happen.
It will happen, absolutely. But only if you take charge of it.
Correct. Yes, you take charge of it.
Yes. We all need to first, think in our mind twice and thrice. Is my action justifiable? What I'm doing at this moment, is it justifiable? If your mind says yes, go ahead. Your mind says no, stop.
Correct.
Difficult. I know even with me, it happens so many times. I find grab something and I realize, ये क्या बोल दिया मैंने? Happens so many times.
But sometimes, what happens? Sometimes what happens if you don't show your emotions, suppose if you're angry and if you don't have the courage to show that you are angry, so you are just, you're not showing your emotion.
Not true. Correct. Again, you should suppress your emotion. You should let out. But it's way coming
The right person.
not. For example, you did this wrong. You shouldn't do this. Or this is nice, but you could have also done this way. Both means the same thing. But
yeah, but sometimes the people, the opposite, they don't take their mistakes. If you tell them also, they don't take it. In fact, they defend themselves.
Correct.
So then we just leave it and we just leave it.
Correct. So that means you are emotionally intelligent. People are not. Correct.
Oh.
So that's okay. You be proud of yourself that, yeah, we have achieved that intelligence. Okay. So, Auntie narrated a negative emotion. Now, anybody who has transferred a positive emotion? Any example? Any example of your day-to-day life?
Yes, Aashika, I have.
Yes, please.
Yes, I used to go to a park near where I was working in the evenings, and there were lots of elderly ladies sitting around, and they were just sitting around. So I was at that time I was pregnant, and I needed not to carry my bag around and take my walk. So I would just request those elderly ladies, please hold my bag for me. And because I was smiling, I said, madam, can you, and I trusted them, can you hold this bag for me while I take my walk? That trust, they ensured that the bag was held very tightly by them till I got back from my walk. And they would I would tell them thank you, and they would give me a nice smile for that. So It was both ways. For me, it was good. For them also, they felt I was a stranger was being, asked to do something for them. No, they were just sitting around and chatting with each other.
Wow, that's so nice. See, again.
So I was giving, pardon?
No, I was just appreciating. It's such a nice way of transferring emotion.
Yes. I was trusting them. They were new to me. I was trusting them, and they returned my trust to me with a smile. I smiled at them and just told them, this is the reason I'm taking a walk. And they returned that to me back with a smile and said, here you are with your bag now. And go safely.
Wow, that's so nice. Anyone else who would like to narrate the story? Something bad or something good, any story. Because I'm sure now every one of us will realize, okay, वो तो गलत किया था मैंने. Anyone else? No stories? Yeah.
You know, in an association, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. In an association, you do your best for everybody. But there are some who really do not appreciate what you are doing. And when that comes to your ear, you feel, I've done my best. And why should this be? And then on a second thought, you said, even Jesus was accused unjustly. So it doesn't matter. I will take it as in a stride, and I will go on appreciating what they are doing so that they realize their mistake and slowly come to their senses.
Again, so in modern terms, we call this being emotionally intelligent. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think we are almost done with our time. So how did you all like this session?
Good.
Were you all aware of this? As in, obviously we knew कि हाँ ये emotions है, but did we?
We didn't know about the number of words.
Oh, that was a fun. Correct. Are we all happy learning about our emotions and becoming aware of?
Yes, very happy. Yes.
So we apply to it on our day-to-day lives now?
Yes.
Correct.
Right.
We should.
Yes, we
I want to
should.
say
But sometimes we let our heart rule our head.
Yeah.
Aashika, I want to share something.
Yes,
Just a thought.
Yeah.
You know, they say women are always emotional because women have Ganga Jamuna flowing all the time, or most of the time, many times. They say. And so men say women are emotional because they cry. And I say nobody tells men when they get angry and blow up, they are also being emotional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use as an example in my next, wherever this
They
session.
always say women are emotional. Yes, we are emotional. I'm not. But what about you? Your anger is also emotion. And you're showing and blowing and for little thing like less sugar in something or less salt in something. You're also blowing your top for what?
Exactly.
So men are also emotional. And men should be taught also that to cry is okay. Even if my son, I told him, it's okay to cry if you feel like crying. But they call me a sissy in school. Okay, they let them call you what you want. But if you're feeling upset, no harm in crying. But it's very difficult in our society.
It's
Not fair to the men, but it's there.
Yeah. Even if one person changes, that's okay. We've conquered. Yes. Okay. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God
Thank you,
bless
Aashika.
All the best.